Hello, all. Good evening. Boy, that hair's jacked up. Rhonda, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Sorry for the late start there, guys. I just got a little carried away and looked up, and it was 2 minutes after. It's like, oh. We do have it's Whiskey and Wisdom. We're going to start with story time with Matt. And then Mike and I are going to jump in. Don't know if Zester is going to make it. Been a very long day for him. Trash Panda chats on other platforms deleted my comments today, too. I saw a number of you folks commenting, talking about how a number of the platforms removed certain chats. Said, I'm just happy about Trump's speech last night. Might be payback. Trash dog. There are certain things now that you just can't say very well. It's like the powers that be seem to be okay if we talk about pedophiles now. If we talk about, from the Epstein files, sex with minors, that seems to be okay. Like it's maybe okay in their world or normal or some sick, twisted way. But what we're seeing, or what I am noticing, I should say, not really a we, what I have been noticing is that the comments that get removed the most, the stories that get shut down, the pushback, the shadow banning, etc., seems to be when we talk about the occult, how Luciferian worshiping, Baal worshiping, this seems to bring in more backlash than them talking about sex with minors. That's, for whatever reason, seems to be okay in their world. Yeah, sick. The other thing that you just can't discuss is the cannibalism or blood drinking. The jerky, things like that, walking jerky. Is it safe to eat? Has it been tested for, just, isn't it crazy how in their twisted, messed up world, sexually abusing a minor, totally okay. I mean, like 3-year-olds. I mean, like, we're not even talking about like 17 barely. We're not talking about any of those like kind of gray areas in somebody's mind. We're talking about like straight up, okay, 6, 7, whatever. Or I am just blown away. I guess they're like, the people aren't going to rise up over some sexual perverts. But if you throw in Luciferian cult of blood drinking cannibals, then people might rise up over that. It's nuts out there what's okay to say and what's not right now. And that should tell you a lot about the sick world. All right, let's get Matt in before I keep going and ruin the mood.
Mark, how you doing? And
I'm good. How about yourself?
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Oh, I can see him in there.
Yeah, I muted him earlier. Oh, okay. Now he can talk.
Oh, okay. Well, what I want to say is,
no, when you were in the back, before we started, you were in the back office.
Well, I was up there, but no, my mic is muted. It's hi, yeah. Matt. How are you? Great to talk to you again.
Yeah. Nice seeing you there for sure.
Oh, yeah, I do. Well, we might need Mike to dim his light. See, I've got mine dimmed here. Of course, it's late here. It's 9:06 in the evening.
Yeah, mine will get darker as the show goes on.
I'm just thinking, brought up a good point here, that it looks like it is low moonlight story time with Matt. Maybe I can light a candle for our story time, Matt. That might be fun.
What do you want, a romantic story or something? Good Lord.
Tell us a good story about Betsy, maybe. Or when Aunt Tootie started dating Uncle Harold or whatever he was. Before I forget, though, diversion, quick one. Dr. Sarah's birthday starts at midnight tonight, Mike.
Well, happy birthday, Dr. Sarah. How old are you now? 38, 39, 42? Just teasing you, Dr. Sarah. Just teasing, but happy birthday. She was on the show earlier today with Jen.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, she was on your show earlier. Yeah. Was Matt
she
there preparing for story time? Was he like feeling it out, trying to figure out where he was going to go with it tonight?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You want a story? I think I put this in. I said the story the other day. It was kind of an interesting one when I was a kid. I think it was 4th or 5th grade. I was always a math whiz. And I went to a Catholic school, and sometimes the nuns can be very vindictive. Put it that way.
Nunnish.
And, what's that?
They can be nunnish.
Yeah, they can be nunnish, all right. And then and they really throw their weight around, you know. They used to. I mean, it's just kind of like the people that abuse kids, you know. There's a lot of abuse going on there, you know, but they just seem to take more advantage of people that let it happen. But yeah, some kids weren't, you know, maybe tough enough to fight back or whatever, you know. And but anyways, so I got my halfway through the first quarter, my report card. You know, you got to come home and sign it, and then they bring it in, and then with them, and they have the parent deal. You know, where the two parents go in and talk to the teacher. And I was getting a D in math, you know, and my mom and dad go, "What's going on?" And I said, "I don't know. I get them all right, you know, so I don't know why I'm getting a D, and I'm getting a D in this other thing and a D in another thing, you know." Well, all of a sudden, so what happened was, you know, I was told a few times to be quiet, you know, when we're playing around with all the buddies and everything in class, you know, just goofing off, but nothing. I don't think I even had to go to the principal once, you know, up till then, you know, so it wasn't that bad, you know. But so this nun decided she was going to, you know, discipline me by give me a D instead of an A, you know. And so then my mom and dad, they go to the parent deal. First, they go to my brother's class. I think he was like in second or third grade. And then they go to mine. Well, you know, she goes in there to talk to her, and she's a big nun, you know. She was probably, I would say she was probably, I don't know, 5'9", you know, probably 160, you know. And so then my mom confronted her, you know. And well, I heard the story afterwards, and they got close to each other. And my mom, you know, she punched her in the head, you know. And so then my dad, he came. See, I didn't hear about it till I was watching TV, and then they came home, and I see my mom go walking, you know, right into the bedroom to change, because they would always dress good. You know, my dad was dressed good. My mom was dressed good because my dad, you know, he got off of work, you know, and went straight to that deal at the school. And he says right away, he goes, "Oh, you should have seen it." He kind of laughed. He says, "Don't bring it up, though." And I said, "Oh, okay." He said, "Don't say a word." So she comes back out, and they're having, you know, watching TV, and they're having their drink, you know. And I didn't say a word, you know. And then the only thing she says, you know, and then I was going to bed probably about 9 o'clock, you know. And that's what we used to do, just sit around at the end of the night and talk, you know. And I said, she goes, "Oh, by the way, tomorrow morning, you're going to be, just go to the principal's office. You're going to be in the other class now." And I go, "Oh, okay." So what happened was there was 2 classes per grade. And so I got there that morning, the next morning, and I go to the principal's office, and sure enough, they go, and she was a nun too, you know. And she goes, "Oh, you're going to be in the other class from now on, man." And I said, "Oh, okay." And that was it, you know. And the thing about it was, see, my dad was the treasurer of the church there, you know, and you know, like that nun there, it was kind of out of line. She didn't know it, you know. So, but the bottom line was, you know, he straightened it out. But you know, I think it was the year or two after that they had told me to leave. You know, they said, "No, go to the public school for 7th grade. Don't stay here anymore." And I said, "Oh, okay, for sure." And but yeah, that was it. My mom used to stick up for me all the time. You know, even
Your mom wore a nun's head out on the sidewalk.
yeah. And so, but there was
That's
no
so wrong, but funny
ramifications.
somehow.
What's that?
That is so wrong, but funny somehow.
No, it really was. But they were, man, they were vicious. You know, some of those nuns. I mean, out of all the nuns there at that school, I think there was one that was pretty nice. You know, the rest of them were pretty tough. So, anyways, that's Catholic school back in the '60s for sure. And well, that's a good story, huh? There you go. But anyways, yeah, I'll bet Mike went to a Catholic school, didn't you, Mike?
I did not. I went to a public school, but they were, you know, back then public schools were almost run like Catholic schools in the sense that they were fairly religious, and they were, you know, I mean, it was the shared values of the 60s. And when I say that, I don't mean the stupid fucking hippies, excuse me. I mean America. I mean Pledge of Allegiance and all that stuff. So it was
Yeah. Did you used to do the Pledge of Allegiance or the deal
Oh,
in the
yeah.
morning? Yeah, we did that too every day.
Yeah. Yeah. We did.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, you were further out west. I mean, so I was kind of curious whether they, you know, Was that just like a Pennsylvania, North Carolina thing back in the day when I went to school?
Oh no, we did the pledge, but we probably had stopped doing the pledge by the time you came along. So in other words, it became uncool by the 70s to do the pledge.
Yeah, we were still rolling into about 1980 in the Carolinas.
Like, see, me and you are about the same age, aren't we, Mike?
Yeah, we're both 53. Yeah.
Wait a second. I know Mark's in the 50s, right, Mark?
58.
Yeah, 58. I think, Mike, what are you like?
Yeah,
like
I think.
almost 70?
I'm 53. Yeah.
I'm just kidding you. You're 53, are you?
No, fuck no. Are you kidding me? Sorry, I'm at bombing tonight.
I'm just bugging you.
I am old enough to have watched the moon landings. Let's put it that way.
Oh, that was
Place I know that we went. It's one of those.
Was that 67 or 69?
Hey, would you just please stop it, Matt? Let's discuss something else, Matt, like the size of your little Matt in those Minnesota winters. Let's talk about something.
Anything but
Little Matt.
The thimble. No.
Don't you know I would prefer not to discuss my age unless it is necessary?
Hi, you know what? You're all right, Mike. Don't worry about it, man. I swear to God, I didn't really think you're as old as you are. I thought you were younger. You look good.
I am retired. Let's put it that way. I love retirement age.
Yeah.
Fred said, Matt, my mom was going to go into the convent before she met my father. Of course, then she met Dad and didn't. But she fell in love, and that didn't happen. I know she didn't become a nun, thank goodness. But then there were stories. People's daughters going into the convent, become a nun, never heard from again. Church would tell them they're just off on a mission. Fred, I've heard a lot of those stories. And then, of course, Canada, we've got the stories where, tribal's not the right word, indigenous people and the bodies they dig up at some of these churches and it's not only there, it happens all over the world, I'm certain, but I've read an uncommon amount of them from Canadian churches.
Wow, I did not know that. That is frightening and chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Where's Zester with the good hair? Where is he? What's going on with Zest?
He's pretty worn out today. He said he would try to rally and make it, and I told him we're okay either way. So
that means he's going to sleep.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
It is kind of wild watching him because he used to not go to bed till 3, 4 in the morning. He would push it. Now he's 8 o'clock. He's ready to wander off to bed like an old person. He came out 8 days old, going on 8 years, or 8 going on 80, whatever those terms are, man. I mean, He definitely came out that way.
Oh, well, yeah. He sounds like he's kind of older, the way he talks. I mean, I don't think I got, 1/3 the amount of knowledge he has and stuff. He talks about a lot of stuff.
Now that he's in his 30s, he's just gotten old. You remember, Matt, when we were younger, or you were younger, people in general, you saw somebody in their 30s, oh my God, they're old.
In the 30s?
Yeah.
You know what? You're right, because I used to work, first place I worked when I was about 19, 20, 21, there was guys there that were 65. Oh my God, they looked like a disaster, like they're ready to fall apart.
Right.
And what's kind of funny? I was watching that those guys in the Miracle, the 80, that team. And they're the same,
Miracle on the Ice.
Yeah, they're the guys. They're the same age as me, and some of them look like boy, they really hit it hard, over the years. And then some of them are in pretty good shape. I don't know what it is, because I got friends the same way. Some of them look like they're 80. Some look like they're 55 or something. And then there's me. It just depends on what days I go anywhere from, I'd say 65 to 75, the way I feel or look. I'm just kidding. I don't know, but yeah, that's all. I think the supplements have helped me the last 8 years. You know, the
Oh yeah, I
CBD.
would think so. You know, I mean, you're
No, they
got
really
all that
have.
health stuff pumping through your veins, so sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's working because I don't know. I was going downhill fast, you know, and then not fast, but I was deteriorating. Then I'd start getting better. I started doing different stuff, you know, and taking supplements. And I hear a lot of stuff out there, you know. I hear most of it on Mark's show, you know, and then I take most of it, you know. So at one time or another.
Don't you wish you'd have like gotten to that point a little earlier in life where you're like, you know, it's okay to go to bed at a reasonable hour. It's okay to eat right. It's okay to take better care of myself. I wish I'd have
Yeah.
gotten there a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, I think the one you can always get going on is like the, you know, organic honey or something. Just throw it in anything. And every time I use any of that, it seems to help my day. So, I mean, there's just little things you can do. And you know what? I stay away from orange juice, so I really don't. I think that helps me. I don't know what it is about that orange
A
juice.
lot of sugar. I mean, I enjoy good orange juice, but it's tough on the stomach, tough
And
on
acidic.
the
It's of course very acidic too. So yeah.
Yeah, so I stay away from it and I feel a lot better. So what is it? It must be the acid and all the stuff. That must be really
Oh,
bad
yeah.
for your body. You know?
It's just like, you know, different coffees. Some of them really upset my stomach. Some of them, no problem at all. I could drink 5 glasses. Some of them, I drink half a cup of coffee and I'm miserable because of the acid level.
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, an acidic environment is one where viruses and invaders and bacteria thrive, right? So you don't want that.
You know, talking about, can I give the guys the call-in deal? How to get in there and buy the stuff, Mark?
Oh yeah. Especially if you got something that's helping. Have at it. Let me give me just a second to get you pulled up.
Oh, okay.
All right,
It's
go
just-
at it, Matt.
Well, you opened it up. You mentioned the coffee a little bit, but
No, I did kind of open it up, and it is a good spot to do a shameless plug,
Yeah,
which you're
the
always
shameless plug.
encouraged to do.
Okay, so hey, you know, you go if you want to get into the site, you guys, you go to thecbdgurus.com, thecbdgurus.com, and then when you're in there, you can either hit MarkZ Wholesale or Mike. Mike's name's in there. You can hit Mike, I guess. Why not? You know?
Yeah, right.
Well, this is Mark's stream, so we'll
It's okay.
do it on.
Yeah, it don't matter, Mike. Everything's cool. And so, and then when you're in there, you just you're in the specials. And me and Scotty whipped her together today at 3:55 in the afternoon. We were going to shoot for about noon, but it didn't work. And
I put a 355 in my 96 GMC. What was that? Did they call it a Tahoe? Or did they call it something else? Punched it out, bigger bar. Or anyways, he said 355. Go ahead, Matt.
yeah, for sure. Okay, so all orders get receive the 10 million Bolivar, no matter how big the order is. So if you just I don't know what the smallest order could be, you'll get it. Okay, and then at $100, not including shipping or discount, you can choose from 3 things. You can choose 90 more million Bolivar, or 120 count lion's mane, or 120 count turkey tail capsules. And if you have any questions, go to 612-412-8343. And then you just scroll down, see all the products. But here's a new product we just got in here was the decaf mushroom coffee. And we got it in little 2-ounce deals, or you can have the regular coffee in 2 ounce. Give her a shot if you've never tried it. And that's $4.25. And not only that, you get with that. What is it? 250. Well, it's supposed to be in there. Scotty didn't put it in there. I think when you punch through, you can see it though. You get 250. I don't know what I'm talking about here.
250 dinar. Yeah, it's right there.
Is it on there?
Oh, it's on there.
Yeah. Okay, it's there. Okay.
It's right there.
So
It's
anyway.
just it says plus 250 dinar. That's pretty cool.
Oh, there it is, right there. I'm sorry,
right
I
there.
can't even read this stuff. Look at me. I haven't even been drinking or anything. I just got off the road. Okay, so then you just we got a ton of different products in there. Just check them all out, and pretty soon we'll be shipping the cans of THC again pretty quick here.
Oh, yeah.
I was looking at it and it was just, we got some cold snaps around the country but maybe by mid next week for sure, start shipping stuff. And, but yeah, getting out that boulevard, and old Trump was talking about the old Venezuela again last night, so
Yeah.
yep, that's cool. Yeah, he's, I hope it works out for their country. I really do. Those people are sweet people. So, and the Mexicans
I think
are
it will.
too, and the whole South America is. And it's kind of funny because now I got probably, I guess when you marry into a family from South America, then you got cousins there too now, even though it's just one of my sons, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but he hangs around with Brazilians now because they're in the family, Mexicans. What else we got in the family there? I think there's some Central American people too, but
I wonder if they're ever like, oh, look, we finally got a gringo in our family.
Yeah.
No,
Memes
no.
this week after the USA hockey team won the Olympics, Barron Trump's leaning in and he says, Dad, we beat the snow Mexicans at their own games.
Oh, geez.
The new word
That's
for
just bad.
Canadians is the snow Mexicans.
That's just bad. Did he actually say that? Or was that just a meme?
No, it was just a meme.
Okay. I was going to say.
The snow Mexicans.
The Olympics, it just dawned on me today. We were just sitting around and I said, what the hell happened to the Russians? And they weren't even in it, were they? Yeah,
didn't they get banned?
What's that?
They get banned because they invaded Ukraine to keep their people from being bombed out of existence by Nazis? Isn't that what happened? Yeah, they're such bad boys to defend their own people.
Hey, I like that, Mike. That's, you know what? I think that's pretty accurate.
Your enemy is not in Russia.
Right.
It's in
Well,
Russia.
that's my opinion. I mean, that's just my opinion,
Yeah.
They're probably part of the old, what do they call that group that used to be in Central Asia and Europe, Russia area? The
Khazarians. They call them
Khazarians. What were they called?
Yeah. The Khazars or the Khazarians, yeah.
Oh, okay. But wasn't there another society called the
no. You're talking about the 14th SS Panzer Grenadier Division that became the Ukrainian army, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good one. I think they were called Tarkanians or something. Do you guys familiar with that?
Khazarians.
Khazarians.
Yeah. Oh, Tartarians. The Tartarians. Okay.
Tartarians.
Right. Yeah.
We're not sure they actually existed, but
now my brother did enjoy eating tartar, beef tartar.
Tartar sauce?
Tartar. Raw beef.
Yes. Steak tartar.
Steak tartar.
Man. I can't eat the raw beef because after I worked at a meat place,
Yeah.
No, I just want it cooked, There was many times where pieces of meat would fall on the floor and and then you just kind of put them in a pile and at the end of the day, just wash them up, and then throw them back in the Burger King hamburger meat pile because that's the place I worked at. We made the Burger King hamburger. And I mean, we would clean it first, and it all worked out because it was flame broiled at the time. It would kill any germ,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah. Anyways.
Yeah,
I worked at a meat. That was pretty cool working at a meat place.
Really? I would think that would be a lot of fun. It probably smelled pretty bad.
Well, there was no killing there. It just came in pieces and then the guys cut it up. We'd have
it was already okay, so it wasn't,
Yeah, 15 to 20 semis would come in a day and then they would cut it up into whatever. And it was kind of a fun job. Good guys, real good people to work with. They were very, very hardworking people. We partied real well. Usually at the end of a day, you could always find a place to go drink beer with some of the guys at least,
Drink beer or engage in a little CBD.
Gummy.
Oh, you know what? They had worse stuff back then, but I didn't take any of it. Some of the older guys got a little out there, from taking certain things. And yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to stick around or do you want me to
it's totally up to you.
I mean, I will. It's fine. I like talking. You know, sometimes I talk too much now, and I don't know why, but I really, you know, I try not to too much. But people tell me all day long. I go. You can hang up now. You know, I've just been driving and talking. You know, you want me to say, you know, it's time to go? I'm not gonna. I'm just driving. So,
Now,
but now I'm sitting. But
now we do have an important question, Matt.
yeah.
Your Saturday morning, did it feel strangely weird?
Oh, Mark. You
Right?
know what? Oh, that was other. No, not it in a nice weird way. How about
Yeah,
you?
right? It was like, it was weird. I mean, it was
Oh.
enjoyable, but weird, but like,
Nice, weird way. Okay. All right.
Well, I what happened? I start out the morning with some real good buddies, John and John, and we started out at 7 o'clock at eating breakfast, and then that ended at about 9:30, and we, you know, that was great. And then I went from there, went home and got the missus, and we headed out to the country, out to, I think Mike knows where it is, Litchfield. You ever heard of Litchfield, Mike?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, just a great redneck
Yes, I've
town
been
where, yeah. And I actually went to a little neighbor's little kid's birthday party. Went to that. That was fun. Me and my wife were the only ones there that weren't relatives or whatever. It was kind of weird in a way, but it was all right, you know. And then we came home and did something else. So did three things, you know. And that was a good Saturday, you know. So I'm really excited about it because when we get off the show on Friday at 11 o'clock, there's a lot of times I'm going to bail out for the weekend, you know, and go have a good time. You know, I mean, there's never a weekend I can't go do something of some sort, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you're the same way, Mike and Mark, you know, you just figure something out and go for it. And
I
yeah,
need to start doing that because before I would just work. I was like, oh,
yeah,
look, I don't have regular work, so now I can catch up on my work, and that would be what I did. I was like,
yeah,
wait a minute.
you got to live because you never
Yeah, I
know.
was forgetting that, man. I was forgetting I needed a reminder.
Well, you know, when we first came together, Mark, it was kind of like to fill the void of waiting for the RV, you know, kind of.
Right?
But I mean, and there was people during the week, oh, you're abandoning us, and I go, no, I'm not abandoning you, you know. Mark's not abandoning you. It's time on the weekend. You got to have some good times, you know. And I'll tell you what, if I was you know, I've been married for a long time, so it's no big deal. But you know, if I was a whatever single guy and I was going for a gal, I mean, I'd have a hard time working on the weekend. You know, I mean, any guy would out there. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta have fun. If you don't have fun,
What's
life
life
ain't
worth?
yeah, life ain't no fun, and it's not about working all the time, you know, for sure. And I'll tell you what, when those humanitarian resorts start up someday, you're gonna say for an old man he's kind of mental because I'll tell you what, I don't know when they're ever gonna start up, but when they do, it's gonna be party time and good times and I'm still got a little bit of gusto left in me to go crazy a little bit, you know. How about you, Mark? I know Mike does for sure, but
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Mike's feisty and I'm sure he's taking Viagra and all that. So I'm just kidding, Mike.
No, I actually don't take that stuff. It doesn't sit well with me.
No, I'm just kidding.
If you must know. Yeah.
No, I'm just, you know, because, you know, I just thought I'd bring that up because you kind of bring stuff up like
A lot of
that.
personal questions here and tonight from you, Matt. You're kind of probing a little bit.
Wait, or Mike's trying to be very evasive of personal questions. Ever since the Epstein list came out, he's been really quiet.
There might be somebody watching tonight that I am interested in. So
Oh,
to get the wrong impression of me, like I'm some sort of slut or something. I don't want to.
Yeah, okay, Matt, this is your chance to give him some advice. How should he interact? If he's interested, are you really interested, or is this just a physical thing?
Mike?
Me?
Yes, you.
Me?
so that Matt and I know how to give you good advice. I mean, Matt
Oh
gives
no,
look,
no,
look,
she
Matt has
has,
been successfully married for like
she has
800
potential.
years or something.
She has definitely has potential, but I'm not going to see her for 3 or 4 weeks. So
Okay.
she has definite potential.
So is it a long distance relationship?
No, it is not. It could become that, but it's just somebody I'm just like, I want to get to know this person a little better.
Oh, okay.
I kind of like her. So we'll see.
Well,
I've had plenty of fun with her before. That sounded bad. I've gone out with her in groups before and had a blast.
Okay, I didn't. The whole fun thing, I didn't take it the wrong way.
So we'll see. But I'm just trying to not be a slut hoe here on the show.
Look at our little Mike growing up, Matt.
This is the switch. Yeah, I'm proud of you, Mike. For sure.
Very.
Yeah, it's. I feel like almost like a dad, and my son's coming of age or something. I'm just kidding, Mike. But no, I mean it's. You know what? And if she's listed right now, I'd say
it's possible.
I'd say it's a perfect match from what I can see so far.
Yeah. Here's a good question. What happened to Whiskey and Wisdom? Where'd the dream car talk go? Like, Matt, I know we had talked about this way back in the beginning about you doing a custom CBD Gurus Winnebago.
Yeah, and I still have that one that I bought. I got a really good deal on it, and it's being used as like a mini cabin. And but I've heard they want it out of there, so it could be in service this summer. Driving around western Wisconsin.
We just got to find some car guys in Minnesota or western Wisconsin, and we may have to do a short YouTube series on whacking the Winnebago or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just
I want to take a Winnebago to a drag strip. I think that'd be fun.
Strip club? Did somebody say that?
You know what? Did you guys ever go to racetracks where they'd have like a party weekend? Like they used to have this place up in Brainerd, Minnesota called Donnybrook. Did you ever go there, Mike?
I never went there. No, I used to go to what's the name of the place in Southern California? Willow Springs. Used to go up there and race my BMW around with my friends. So
yeah, that back in the day, boy, that going up there from about the age of 18 to it's 25 for me was just unbelievable. You'd get there and it was just a party for like 50, 60,000 people. I mean, it was wild.
Yeah.
We did the tracks where we go do things like that. I mean, anytime it's a NASCAR event, sure, you'd go off to Darlington or Martinsville or the Rockingham.
Yeah, there were all those little tracks all around Carolinas. Yeah.
But we had like smaller racing, like, your dirt tracks, Caraway Ace, some of those speedways where you'd go like watch the NASCAR drivers before they ever made it to NASCAR. Go watch Dale Earnhardt when he was driving. Well, he wasn't famous or wasn't booked on NASCAR as a kid. So I remember like all those. And it sounds like the tracks you're talking about, Matt. Much fun. Much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that one up there was about a 2.5 mile track. But they'd have different classes of races. So you'd go over the bridge and then you'd be in the infield the whole time. They had stands too, but, and there was so much room for camping there. It was unbelievable. But then, yeah, the round tracks are fun, or the oval tracks. There was Raceway Park, and then there's out by where our office is now, there's I think it's called Cedar Creek. That's only 10 miles away. So, yeah, that'll be fun to go there too. But the coolest things was the figure eights, when they would do that deal. And good Lord, you'd see people, they would be shocked, man. There was some people getting hit pretty damn hard, and just people jumping like, whoa, in the audience, like, yeah, you could feel it almost, but dangerous, very dangerous. Yeah. And I would never been a race car driver. I would have probably would have got hurt.
I would have been if I was going to be any kind of an athlete, either a race car driver or a tennis player would have been my two things. Because my eyesight was exceptional, and that is critical to both those sports. So,
Yeah, I don't think I had no dreams of being anything. Truthfully, I knew that. Every time I thought about, oh, I want to be a pro football player. Well, that was over in a week. I'm never going to make that. There was nothing I wasn't. Yeah, I would have never made anything. Maybe. I'm not sure. Nothing. But hang around the stuff. Hell yeah, go to the football games, go to the racetrack,
Yeah.
have a good time.
Life was good there. You didn't have a lot of responsibility. Hadn't really built anything you had to worry about yet, to preserve. You just drank and had a good time.
Oh, I remember those good old days with friends back in the day. I like this. All right. How about the alien talk? I haven't been able to really quiz you since the whole, all right, fine, I'm going to disclose the alien stuff. I didn't know if it was just another Epstein diversion or if you knew something big was coming.
Oh, no. This is a serious thing. And the problem is the White House doesn't have a point man on this, and they need somebody to be the point man to.
Do you know anybody that would do it?
I can't imagine who might take a job like that, or who would be qualified, or who would be absolutely a brilliant choice. I can't imagine, but
maybe Giorgio or something, because that that fantastic hair.
That would be taken real seriously worldwide. So I think there definitely is a future there, and it's going to be substantive, and it's not a distraction. I mean, this is something they want to get out from under a little bit, and I think we are going to get something significant this year. So we'll see.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to bring this up because maybe is this an alien deal? That Dell guy he was talking about last night. What do you didn't bring that up?
The Dell? Yeah, no.
Are those two guys real? The husband and wife, or
Michael Dell's real? Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, okay. It just kind of looked. I mean, I was watching it at one point on a pretty big TV, big screen. Then I watched it on a smaller one. You couldn't really tell, but on the big one, it kind of looked like. You know what? I'm not going to say nothing. It's just they kind of look like robots or something. Truthfully, I'm not. Am I out of line here, Mark? Am I getting?
No, you go right ahead. I'm trying to figure out where it's headed. Sometimes it's fun.
Well, I mean, if you looked at them on the big screen, I looked at them on a big screen, and man, they just kind of remind me of some like a robot deal or something, But I don't know, man. I guess they're doing good, like giving kids money or something, but it just didn't look.
Oh yeah, that doing the $1,000 per kid for so many kids for the whole Trump account, the retirement account, investment account. They're now talking about expanding that to adults too that aren't covered, because there's like 56 million Americans that have no retirement plan. I mean, other than Social Security, that could be their way of saying they trust the free market more, or your government's way of saying we don't trust the government at all. Sluggo, good point. William Shatner would make a great liaison to talk about the UFOs for the White House, and it would be like a Canadian outreach to repair that
the relationship with the snow Mexicans. Yeah,
that's really a bad term.
The snow Mexicans. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, she does look a little strange. Wait, was Nancy Pelosi? Did you get what? I did not see a Nancy Pelosi response when he talked about the Trading Act and then called her out. Talking about not, passing legislation not to allow individual stock trades for, congressmen and senators.
Yeah, when they said Pelosi.
Sure, she wasn't too enthusiastic about that.
I bet not, but
at least she didn't try to.
Somebody had to film that.
Yeah.
And I've yet to see a response, because I think that would be like epic. Oh, she wasn't there. Was she one of the 70 some people that went to their alternative event? Keeping in mind, guys, 35 of the people at the alternative event was press. Yeah. So they set up their boycott. They went, they had their own stage. They were expecting thousands.
The Democrats are polling.
They had a little less than 70 people show up. 35 of them were registered press to cover it. Expecting thousands, got 30 something. And they were probably family members of the press or family members of the politicians that sat it out. It was pretty pathetic. Okay, it wasn't pretty. It was absolutely, unapologetically pathetic.
You know, another group that I think could skip that whole thing is the what's that?
They said Booger just said she did stand up when he made that comment.
Oh,
yeah, I
shocking.
thought they showed her in the audience or something.
Yeah, I did.
Right?
I listened at double speed, so I didn't see a lot of the visual cues. Okay, I may have sped it up more than 2 times.
Yeah, she didn't look like she spent too much time in the makeup booth before the deal. Good Lord, it looked like she just got off.
Yeah.
Looked like she got off a weekend bender with the meth pipe, Pelosi, on that shot that they showed her last night. She's well, she didn't look good at all. So, I mean, not that she. Well, you know what? She used to be a beauty queen or something.
She was pretty lady back in the day. I don't know if
back-
anybody had seen the old Nancy Pelosi picture. Oh, that Mike, stop it.
Seriously,
And they say there's no good use for AI.
Yeah.
Come on.
and I'm not. I don't mean to. No, she born in the 30s, Pelosi or something. I don't even know. I really.
No, she was. There's a picture of her with President Kennedy, which I have on this phone somewhere. When she was 16, that's how she got her start in politics. Her dad basically gave her to President Kennedy.
Oh yeah,
1962 or 63. She was 16 then, so she was born in the
40s.
'40s.
In the 40s, okay.
yeah. Let's see
Sorry-
here.
sorry
This is
about that. You know, but no, she's doing pretty good for an old gal, I guess. She's still breathing, you know. I think she is. Maybe she's been replaced by a robot too.
Her blood is pure vodka at this point, so she doesn't have blood. She just has vodka
Pickled.
in her veins. Yeah, there it is. There's the one in the middle row. Keep going. Go to your left. Keep going. 2 more. One more. One more.
Ah.
That one. Yeah, that one.
She looks a little afraid there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
did not put Pelosi's head on Sydney Sweeney because that would be an abomination against man and God. So
Sydney
no.
Sweeney's a pretty lady.
Classic American beauty.
Oh, Booger. She stood up because she thought they were pouring free. Who wants free drink? That would have been hilarious if Trump would have pulled that one. I mean, he totally set him up on the first job in the Constitution, elected officials. It's kind of your job. It's not kind of, it's absolutely your job to protect your constituents and the American people. I mean, he totally set him up on that one, but that would have been a funny one. All right, folks, let me be president. I know, checkered past, skeleton's closet. Everybody's got them. I just embrace mine and dance with them. But wouldn't that be so much fun just to play with them?
Oh, sorry, what were we talking? I went from Sydney Sweeney, and then I got distracted, and I come back, and Mark's talking about playing with them. I'm like, playing with what?
Like if I were president, it would have been fun. Like he could have. The Booger had made the comment where.
Oh yeah. I thought we were talking about certain.
No. It was like said, anybody want a free drink, and they stand up. You really could just slide a few of those things into a Soto or one of those big speeches just to see if anybody's actually awake.
Yep.
I mean, I could start a Soto if I were president with story time with Matt, and we could end it with dating advice with Mike.
There you go.
There you go. I don't know if I have. You know what? I guess I do got some dating stories, but if I started telling them where I'm sitting right now and my wife heard it, I think you know what? I don't get in trouble for much, but I might get in trouble for that stuff.
The person we really want on here, and Kukla mods, correct me if I'm wrong, but the person we really want on here is Beth. We want your wife to join us for Whiskey and Wisdom.
God, she's pretty tough, man.
That's what we're hoping for.
I mean, well, you know what? She's a sweet gal and everything, but like I always tell her, I says, you could have been Bonnie, and I mean, she's cool and everything, but she gets, she gets a little feisty. I mean, she doesn't get in fights or anything, but if I egged her on a little bit, she would, And so anyways, I don't like to get her feisty, because then I feel the wrath of her. I feel the wrath, and I don't want to feel that, you know. So it's been a long time since I got the wrath of my wife.
Feel the wrath.
Yeah, and no, it's I try. You know, we're in a good spot right now for sure, and I got to remain that way. Now I'm getting nervous in that area. So yeah, for sure. I don't. You know, I'm too old to just to get too smart with her for sure. I don't want to, because I just don't. She's cool, and yeah, I don't. You know what? I'm not. I forget it. I don't. I'm digging myself into a hole here. But it's whatever it is. It's be cool if we could jump in the MedBed deal or whatever it is. Become 30 years younger, but that ain't gonna happen. So I mean, not for me, because my grandkids told me, they said if I ever became younger or something, the one would be pissed off. So he doesn't want. I said, what would happen if I was 30 again? And he said, he looked at me and he goes, "What are you, crazy?"
Yeah, all I can say is my kids better hope that we don't get med beds, or they're going to have more siblings if they don't get busy and give me some grandkids. That's all I'm going to say about that again. Okay, I'm going to say a lot about it over and over and over.
What'd you say? You're going to have more kids, Mark?
Yeah, I keep telling the kids, I'm ready for, grandkids, but if they get med beds and I can be healthy and young, maybe I just need more kids. So
yeah,
I've been using it as leverage to try to get them to at least think about children.
Oh, okay. There you go. Yep. But yeah.
Although
sure.
I think Mike, when he has children, he'll let me be like godfather or something.
Oh yeah, kidding, of course, absolutely.
Matt and I'll be godfathers to
Matt, yeah.
Mike's kids. I mean, he's that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got any kids, Mike, or not?
I have not. No.
Oh, okay.
But it's one of the things I've considered. If med beds are a real thing, which I believe they are, it's one of the things I've considered. A future lifetime where you have a family. Sure, it's crossed my mind.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love kids, man. They're awesome.
Now, yeah, no alien kids. You don't have like a Palladian that comes down, hangs out with you or something.
No.
You're really bad alien guru guy if you don't have them coming down. And
sorry, but hey, it's just the way it is.
Yeah, see, White Wolf's 86 and still kicking. Another 20. You got more than that in you.
Hey, Mike, in all your alien talks, have you ever talked to a reporter gal who you sensed was an alien?
No.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because
I know one person in the UFO community that had a little alien in her, but I don't know.
Well, I'm serious. I was just wondering. I don't know because
I know a lot of people have had encounters like that. I never have. I've never had anybody where I thought, wow, that was weird. Well, there is the guy with the claw that sat next to me at BJ's brew house in
Minneapolis,
California, in the OC. That was a little weird. That was about 2015. That was about 10 years ago. I have no idea who that guy was. You've seen that picture before, right, Matt? Have I shown you that?
No.
Let me look for it here.
And what was this? It was a guy with a claw?
I was at BJ's Brew Pub after
like a
work,
lobster.
and this guy comes and sits next to me, and he's dressed like a Quaker or a man in black or something.
It's a good photo. I might actually have this photo stored in here somewhere from when you've shared it in the past. It was odd. And David, I don't know if Matt's paying attention, but he said, "How powerful are those strawberry watermelon shots? Just place an order."
Those are 30 milligrams. So I got an idea for you. If you really want to enjoy them, put them into, let's see, those are 4 ounces, 12 more ounces of water, and then pour them in an ashtray, not an ashtray, ice tray. Okay. And then you get 16. This is what I do at home with this kind of stuff. Then I get 16 cubes, and then I just dump 1 cube in. I probably I wouldn't have did it already. In about a half hour, I'll do it. So I'll put a cube in there. So you would have, something. For me, it's weaker. I usually have a 3.5 milligram cube or something, and I just put it in water or diet pop, healthy diet pop, I call it, if there is a thing. And then I just drink it. And then usually, when I fall asleep, it'll just help me sleep better.
Yeah, I don't think there's a thing that's called that, actually.
What?
To help you sleep better?
Yeah.
But no, it's those are strong. Yeah, you don't want to drink that whole thing.
No, you would be you'd be grinning or sleeping, one of the two.
Okay.
Yep.
Check this.
Yeah, that's the picture I'm trying to find. Is this guy that
his hand out there?
Okay.
That looks like some sort of weird claw thing. And
yeah, but didn't people used to have kind of hands like that sometimes?
no,
No?
I don't know what that is that's sticking up there. It looks like a claw. I can't get it really clear.
Ah. Hold on. Hold that thought, Mike. I'm going to be to the rescue.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at that. That is not a normal human hand.
Well, yeah, that's like there's people used to have like birth defect hands like that, haven't they? Or not?
Very interesting.
I don't know, but he's dressed like a man in black. He sits next to me at the bar, doesn't say a word to anybody, and it weirded me out. So it weirded me out so much, I took a picture of the guy, not realizing what his hand looked like.
Oh, okay.
If I had seen his hand and noticed it, it would have freaked me out even more.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't notice any like real scarring or anything. It looks like it was, born that way, and that's possibility. That's different.
Some sort of weird claw thing.
I think I've seen smaller ones like that before, kind of that were short right off the elbow, right? Have you guys seen that before?
Yeah, yeah. Where they don't have any forearm, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that different than that?
Yes. This guy has full arms, but just a really weird hand.
Interesting. Oh, no, I didn't think. Wait, slow it down. Slow it down. There were lots of thalidomide babies in the late 50s, 60s. That very much could be right in there.
Okay. When I was a kid, you'd be at the state fair and they had a guy they called it a freak show, but it was just people with birth defects. They had Lobster Boy. And I remember he was usually around every year almost, when we were, I don't know, up till junior high, we'd go to the state fair. And you'd have Popeyes, you'd have the Lizard Lady, you'd have Lobster Boy.
Yeah.
You'd have,
that was just BJ's Brewhouse.
Oh, okay.
Stanton, California. People are asking where you go, like what kind of weird bars. No, it's just a BJ's.
When you said BJ's, I thought you meant the one on Washington and Broadway in Minneapolis.
No, that would be the lickety split.
BJ's, yeah, that place, man. Oh my goodness.
Good
Back
food.
in the day,
Good
going,
beer.
oh my, yeah, meet us there for a beer, Matt. And oh my God, I didn't like that place. It was just so rustic, not very nice. Not a classy establishment by any means. But across the street was the King of Wings. I don't know. Did you ever go to eat at his place?
The King of Wings?
King of Wings? No, never been there.
Chicken George.
Oh, no. Are they any good? Is it still there? Because I like chicken wings.
He started in probably early 80s. He'd go around the bars with the cooler with chicken wings. And then finally he got his own place, in the corner in that bar. And, he took over the bar and then he had chicken wings in there. And then I'd go there all the time. They were the best ever. And then, all of a sudden, he passed away and then they just shut it down. That was it. But he went strong for 20 years and he made a good living. Chicken wings, Chicken George. Yep. Anyway. Yeah, so across from BJ's.
Yeah, BJ's has Jeremiah Red, one of the best red beers you will ever have.
What is this one? What was this?
BJ's Brewhouse.
No, I know.
Oh,
but-
no. The comment, used to put my legs behind my head. I had a 34-inch inseam. That's like, I was like trying to picture like almost like a praying mantis.
Wow. Is that a dude who said that?
No,
or-
that was a female, Mike, and we're gonna try to keep it just like rated PG.
Come to Vegas for the weekend.
I was waiting for that one.
I'm not doing anything else this weekend.
Tall, 34-inch inseam is tall lady. Yeah, there was a one fella from PA called Alvin Law, born with no arms. Great drummer. Hey, I've happened to be a fan of a one-arm drummer that can tear it up.
It's like the guy from Def Leppard, brings new meaning to the term drum solo when he plays.
Wait, Trump hot wings? Is that like really a thing?
Yeah, I think it's a joke skit he did for Saturday Night Live. Surfer 44. Yeah, I've been to that BJ's. It's at the Spectrum in Irvine. I've been there.
Metallica going to the Sphere in October.
I hear you. I don't like Metallica at all. So sorry. I just don't think they're any good. So what can I say?
Yeah, I'd still go to that. I'm like, well, one, I just want to catch something in the Sphere.
In the Sphere, yeah, but I don't know what it would be.
With all the
Kiss
Epstein
at the
stuff,
Sphere, I'd go see, but Kiss is retired now. So Golden Sphere, yep.
that restaurant, I've heard so many great things, driven right past it, but the whole like Golden Cow thing when the Epstein files out,
yeah, when you were here for the meet and greet with Diana and Dale, the Mushroom Ladies, and Kristen, we should have just gone there. Instead, we went to that right in the Ahern. Hell, it's just a block up from the Ahern. So.
Yeah, I know, but they couldn't get to us. They had like a long wait or something. I remember that being a phone call. Somebody made it.
Yeah, that was a good dinner, by the way. Thank you for that dinner. You bought it. I owe you. So it was good, though.
I'm reading a few of those. Okay, favorite car, truck, alcohol, beverage. We don't know. What's your favorite? Do you like margaritas in Mexico? Do you like Mai Tais? And yeah, I mean, what's your favorite adult beverage?
Beer anywhere. When I'm out at a classy dinner, red wine. And when I'm taking a girl to a piano bar, champagne. So my thing is red wine, champagne, and beer, depending on the situation.
I like red wine with the right meal. How about you, Matt?
My drink of choice right now is just a light beer, maybe a pinch of THC with it, and I can't drink that much. Well, I can, I guess, but I just don't.
You really need to come down and try Medalla, national beer, or the beer of the island, whatever you want to call it. Puerto Rico's favorite. It's really good light beer. Really good.
I never liked the heavy beer, but I always drank. I mean, before I had my stroke back, I don't know, 20 years ago, I could easily drink, 12 beers at any time, and I just liked it. And when I had to go off it for a while, that was tough, but it was either that or get sick, so anyways, but thank God for the THC stuff, man. I can drink that anytime I want, and it doesn't affect me. It makes me feel good. My feet don't swell up or anything. Not that they swell up a lot, but I'm just saying, if I drank beer for 2-3 days in a row, my feet would start hurting, And I don't like that. I mean, I just remember when I was a kid and I could drink beer all the time. It was just a ball, it was just a panic, and I couldn't get enough.
I remember when I was a kid and I could drink beer all the time, no problem.
Yeah, it made me feel good, and then I wake up next day and do it again. And
yeah, I'm picturing kid being like 10-year-old Matt. I'm not picturing kid being like 25-year-old Matt drinking and being able to pop up the next morning.
No, that didn't start till 12, but
okay.
Well, yeah, the things were different back then. It was
they were different.
I mean, you couldn't. you could go to the neighborhood bar and have a little beer. They didn't care, just as, it wasn't a thing back then. It didn't, I don't know when the thing started where they started getting tough with people. I think it was about 1980, 79, 78,
Mm-hmm.
and, up till then, everything was great, unless we're out of control, If you were just driving down the road at night, going home or whatever, and you got pulled over, they would just say, "Oh, are you all right?" And you'd go, "Sure." And then they would just mostly just follow you home. And then you just pulled in your driveway and they took off, the cops. That's the way it used to be. And then it changed. And they had to change because they got, well, it was the thing to do. It was probably a good idea, but they got so much heat from the Mothers Against Drunk Driving back then,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what changed the whole world. And then the new
Girls spoil
recruits.
everything.
What's that?
Girls spoil everything.
Well,
I still blame Faith Hill for Tim McGraw not making any good music anymore.
Yeah, it's been a while. What has it been? 20 years since he's had a hit? Probably, right?
It seems like forever and another day. It just probably is 20 years. I'm with Dark 30 here, liking a good old fashioned more as time goes by. I am with you, man. That has become my absolute go to. If I'm out someplace, a nicer restaurant, and I want to treat myself, it's good old fashioned or smoked old fashioned.
Yeah.
Sin Pony said, "Take your glasses off and scratch your head if we're going this week." I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good about it, but I think Mike said we're going Friday.
We're going what?
Friday?
Yeah.
That was the rumor I saw in chat.
Yeah.
Brandy Alexander hadn't thought about that in forever. Anything you guys just noticed the time we've already gone over, Matt? Anything you want to add? What? Thanks for sticking around here and picking up the slack for that young whippersnapper Zester.
Yeah, that's all right. It was cool. Just relaxing, just thinking about, I got to clean the garage, I think, after this. I didn't want to, but now I don't want to.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, but Matt, how much Bolivar has been accumulated for the RV park? Flipping the script, put that one in there. I'm just wondering, could you even count it, or do you just weigh it at this point?
Well, okay. So at one point it did weigh in, and it was 1,400 pounds. Some of those were 500s, and since then it starts accumulating again. And I think we figured out that maybe I've given out I don't know 700,000 millions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it kind of does in a strange math that way, but
and I had it down how many millions there actually was, because you can go through I think they go A to G. I'd have to look. I figured it out one day how many there was, and I have a feeling that most of them are going to end up here in the United States. Like, there's going to be some end up in Canada too, because I know they're up there, but not as many. And yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting deal, the whole Bolivar, and they're pumping oil, to beat the band right now.
oh, they are. They have got people on the ground there, and they have said the same things. Pipelines that haven't been used in 20 years are suddenly being worked on, or pumping, trucks, new equipment. They have said it has been like a nuts very quickly, and we're not seeing much of it, but supposedly Rubio's in charge of helping to line up and work with, and you're seeing this very quietly. Very different from the past when America went in or there was any kind of regime change. We screwed it up. We've screwed it up pretty much nonstop since right after World War II. So I don't know. I'm hopeful.
I'm hopeful too. And I'm hopeful that they get it together, because, and I think they will. I'd say if I was a betting guy, I'd bet that everything's going to work out there just fine. And, that'll help the people there. That's the main thing. It's got to help their people.
Yeah.
And so they can have us go down there on vacation, and Man, I'll tell you what, all you got to do is, there's the country next door, what was it, Guyana? And then
Guyana.
they were gonna get in a tussle here a while back, I think it was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all faded into the rear view mirror. And, man, what they're doing over there, they got it together. But they're running their own show, they got rid of their contracts, their crummy contracts, and I forget who backed them up because, well, anyways, they're doing a lot, and they're doing good, and yeah, I think they're doing more oil right now than Venezuela, but Venezuela will catch up real fast, and it'll take a little bit of time, but there's going to be a lot of oil going out of there, a lot.
It won't take them long.
No, and then they got other stuff too. It's like, oh my God! I mean, they'll be unleashed, and then Mexico is going to be unleashed, and then God, it's just going to be a big party with all my new relatives there, And then the Brazilians, they'll get it going together, and yeah, that's wild, Part of the cousins now, they're I don't know if you call them cousins, but at least you party with them, and there's some of them Brazilians that I know that they manage the MMA people, and that's wild. I didn't know any Brazilians a year ago. Now I do.
I was going to say, I have met a bunch over the years. All right. Matt, anything you want to say in closing before we ask Mike the same?
No, I just want to say that just everybody be happy. If you want some, you know what the hell? I'm giving out 100 of the Million Bolivars if you go in there and buy some stuff. And
That's right.
Get healthy. Get healthier than heck.
Yeah.
And either hit Mark's name for wholesale, the CBDgurus.com. Go to wholesale and put in lowercase KRAM CBD, and then you're all set. And if you love Mike and you're the new girlfriend out there, then you want to hit his name for sure.
That's right. Show some love.
I do not have a girlfriend. I'm just thinking about it.
Well, she's thinking about it too. Until you said that, but no.
Yeah,
no pressure.
Into that.
But no, everything's great. Hey, thanks for having me on. It was fun.
Thanks, Matt. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, it's relaxing. Take care, Mark. Hey,
You
Mike,
too.
you take care. See you guys.
Yeah, love you, man.
See you.
Have a good one.
Yeah, take care. Bye-bye.
How about you, Mike? Anything big fun? When's your next podcast?
I'm taking a few days off. I've had a rough couple of days, like rough. And
Like just work, stress, life.
I had I'm tired. I'm sick. I had somebody do work with me on my inner ear problem, and it did not go well, and it was not Jen. And so somebody was recommended to me, and it's been a really rough recovery. Let's put it
I get that one.
Really
I get
rough
that one.
recovery, but I mean, I think the guy's good at what he does, but it's been it's been a rough couple of days. Let's put it that way. Rough couple of days.
You get some rest.
I'm gonna sleep a lot. Sleep a lot next couple.
And for the rest of you folks, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 with Dr. Scott.